Like that was the worst thing I've said. Hello, boys. Hello, girls. Hello, non-binary folk. And welcome back to the Judgiest place on the internet. My name is Josh.
My name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the Judgies. Back in alcoholic grapes than ever, because that's right. They came over with the bottle of wine, and I said, how about I match you? That'll be fine.
Wow.
Sweet red.
I have Niagara.
And I have Martini and Rossi's champagne.
Brut. Isn't it like art? That's on the back there. Arte de Brut or something? Asti. More like nasty. Am I right?
Cheers.
Got our ass.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
Hell yeah.
If we get drunk, it's your fault.
It's
listeners.
your fault. I'm not going to burp into the mic at all.
Drinking champagne.
That's a very big promise. Very big precedent to set.
I burp in the mic drinking water. I'm having to hold back a burp immediately.
All right, we got mail.
Mail. And that was, of course, sent. You got a freaking anklet on?
I've got 2 anklets on.
When did you become an anklet girly?
Like a week ago.
They look good.
They do look good.
Nice.
Fuck. Editor.
You didn't say about a week ago.
Oh. Ha. Editor, don't even do it.
I just said about a week ago. They sent us mail, they being our listeners, over at P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350. For like the first month we had it, I said the wrong P.O. Box, and that's just cemented in our shit.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
hell yeah.
How is that small little thing going to fit in the drink, though?
It doesn't.
Tee-hee.
Oh, that
Holy
that
shit.
went through so poorly.
Do you
I'm
want?
so
Does it
sorry.
say who it's from on the package there?
No, but
we
it
got
has
3
a letter.
crazy, silly. Oh, there is a letter.
Well, this is an invoice.
Thank you for our order. Welcome to our crazy family. We hope you truly... Oh, it's from Blake.
Blake.
From
Blake.
Tennessee.
Blake, like Discord Blake, or Blake, like someone we don't know, Blake?
This is literally just an invoice, so... I mean, we could bleep it. Do you know Blake's last name from the Discord?
No, I don't.
Is it Blake O?
I don't know. But look at that.
It's very
Crazy
cute.
little silly fun straws in the shape of a carrot.
I'm definitely going to be burping on
And
this
here
episode.
is the joke I was making before about the small part not fitting. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. And now, of course, we had this terrible.
And then I technically threw a carrot at you.
What kind of a bonk noise is that? Oh, the carbonation is pushing it out. Get waterboarded by a crazy silly straw. That's awesome.
It felt like a camelback, where it's like if you don't bite down on the straw right, it just keeps coming out at you.
I don't think I've ever had that problem
Yeah,
before.
what's up with that, bud?
This is fucked.
This straw's not big enough,
For the
meaning I can't get enough. I can't drink enough.
It's very thin straw.
It's slow.
It's regulating you guys.
Little governor straws.
Mine
got
instantly
more
turned
mail.
to foam in the inside of my straw, so I can't use my straw, guys. This is
Do you
unfortunate.
think? Oh,
Well, you can
do you
put
think this is a wedding invitation?
maybe you can put the straw in to help create air bubble to drink it faster.
This is
Okay.
a very cute wedding invitation.
It takes up so much room, I can't.
Please leave out our names, dear Judgies. Love your podcast. Love Erica's takes on all the stories. You're welcome. And Christian and Josh are hilarious.
Wow,
You're welcome.
The rare triple compliment.
Anyway, I ordered way too many invitations. Been there, done that. So you might as well have one, though I know you probably won't open it before the wedding.
Uh oh.
Or we did. We did,
We did.
fucker.
We're
What?
getting married in October.
Oh, that is fuck you for thinking we wouldn't miss it by that long.
We are caught up on the mail, I think.
Yeah, this is only about a month behind.
Anyway,
About a month ago.
Erica, be on the lookout for some crazy mother-in-law stories. I thought she was going to say crazy straws.
I have to tell you, it's not a great sign to be like, hey, I'm going to have crazy, insane mother-in-law stories 3 months before you're married. It's not a good sign.
Just some foreshadowing for the stories. I'm no contact with her, But I have so many stories saved up. Say the word and they're yours. Obviously, send them in.
You didn't say the word.
Word.
What?
It's the word.
Anyways, looking forward, as always, to new episodes. And hey, good luck. A good joke, Josh. Sorry if I'm slightly incoherent. I'm so tired. No apologies needed. Congratulations on your Oklahoma wedding in October.
Oh, we're not going to
Beautiful
Oklahoma.
invitation. By the way.
Fancy invitation.
It's very cool. It sucks we can't say your name, and then you would be, cemented into Judgies lore forever.
You could have been in the Judgies lore forever.
And now you're just some random wedding day that said I had a good joke.
This is a graduation announcement. You can use my name, and I use all pronouns. I wasn't sure I was going to send y'all a grad announcement, but after I spent 2 hours on the phone with my parents designing these, I knew I had to. I found the pod when I was starting my new job as a cleaner. You guys helped me survive many late nights in a big building alone.
Like a body disposer cleaner, like the mafia style, or like do you think just a normal everyday cleaner?
Probably a mafia style.
Well, when you
assume
see
so.
their picture, you'll think it's mafia style.
Yeah.
They're wearing a very dapper suit.
Their name
Pantsuit.
is Morgan.
No, it's Haley.
Frick.
The building is alone. I made it through the backlog in about a month.
Oh,
Impressive.
terrible for your brain.
I even made my last night at work a Monday so I would have a new episode to listen to.
Oh.
Since then,
Respect.
y'all have helped me through the stress of finals and moving, and now through job hunting, hoping for something in my field. I wanted to send this as a thank you for getting me through my last few years of undergrad and on to the future. Hopefully a master's degree in epidemiology. Fuck yeah.
We forgot that was on the board. Very on point, though, with the cleaner.
That was supposed to be air horn.
Air horn. Or Vine Boom, one of the two. No, you did Vine Boom.
Not on my episode, boys. Delete
Editor.
it.
Editor.
Anyway, love, Haley.
What a fun surprise. Thank you, Haley.
They sign it with BS.
BS. Congratulations, Haley. Montana State University. Wow. My knowledge suffices. That's a fun thing. That's really fun.
Yeah. I don't want to show the rest of the people, but they look like they could work for the mob as a cleaner.
Is it the suit and the wide shoulders?
Yes.
Like on this jacket.
Yes.
Honestly, the name, too. The full name. That's a very Italian, like, mobster name.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's probably Irish.
They have a bachelor's of science in cell biology and neuroscience and a minor in psychology.
Nerd.
It's
Nerd.
fucking
Absolute
fancy.
nerd.
We're very proud of you.
Very proud of you.
We're so proud of
Haley.
you for being an absolute dweeb.
You're from Montana. Do you know Hank Green? He lives there too.
Everybody in Montana knows each other.
There's only like 15 people in Montana.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what Montana stands for?
Nothing, and they fall for everything.
Shit. Is that what you're going to say?
No.
Fuck.
Anyway, we don't just open mail and talk shit on this podcast. I mean, we do talk a lot of shit.
There's a button I could have pushed, but I'll refrain.
Yeah, I would appreciate it.
What else do we do on this podcast?
We read stories on this podcast. Specifically, we go online and find silly little stories. I did so bad.
And what that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories. And sometimes Erica's Instagram followers are the ones who do that.
Rude.
Preach.
But okay. Which one are we going to read first, boys? Ooh, I know which one I want to read first. Hold on, I gotta find it. It's a new subreddit.
I guess I got to drink until you find it.
Oops.
From
Also, this shirt is from Ratchlia X Need Girl himself. I got it on my birthday.
Happy birthday, fuck. You can be honest. Are you mad that we didn't get you a birthday present?
we did. It's just not on the same day.
Shit.
He came over the next day, remember?
Yeah.
I was really hoping Christian did hard drop that you guys almost bought me a karaoke machine. And then the next day, or like the next time I saw you guys were like, man, I really wish we would have got you that karaoke machine. And I thought you guys were trying to be like, we're going to make them think we didn't get the karaoke machine. So I got myself excited for the
Oh,
karaoke machine.
I'll know for
definitely not
I'll know
on
for a
back
next present that you really would have liked the karaoke.
We could just
machine.
do a karaoke machine on a business expense and just do like a stream for it or something.
We
I've
could.
thought about that.
Imagine singing Sail by AWOL Nation.
I would just be singing "Say It Ain't So" by Weezer.
That's true.
Anyway, this is from r/advice.
There's no way
We
that's
did
not-
advice once because I drafted r/advice. It's the only reason why I remember it. We read one story and I drafted it like 2 episodes later and then we never read it again.
Stupid, but I have a problem with a seagull at work.
That is stupid.
I'm a line cook. I go smoke by the dumpsters a few times a day. We get seagulls in our parking lot. It's a well-known restaurant. It's busy and tourists are sloppy with their
Then
fries.
they're lot goals. They're lot goals. They're lot goals. Crickets. There's a button I can push right now.
I love that. That's the new button. We'll just cut that. I'm like, I want to push that button real hard.
I also suspect the tourists are feeding the gulls because it's cute, even though it's very against the rules. Regardless, the gulls do not fear man nor God.
It's true.
They are used to people. A few weeks back,
Are they used to God too? I mean,
All God made an image, every goal.
yeah. Okay.
one of the gulls swooped down and took my cigarette. I think he thought it was a French fry. I giggled and went about my day. However, it has happened a few times since.
Okay.
I know it's the same guy because he has a dark spot on his chest. I call him the pestilence.
Oh no.
I'm concerned he is now addicted to nicotine.
4 Horsemen reference, I believe.
Hmm.
Oh fuck, that's famine. Pestilence is white. Fuck.
White and black.
Okay.
I'm concerned he's now addicted to nicotine. He's by the dumpsters at the same time as my breaks every single day. This is obviously not good for him, and I'm getting mad about him bumming off me because smoking is expensive. Do I try to quit smoking? I'll make noise and try to appear large to scare him off, but the pestilence is hip to my tricks. Should I have work crack down on tourists feeding the gulls? What do I do? Are there sonar weapons such as a dog whistle type of thing that I could employ? Sorry, this is fucking stupid. I'm being bullied by a seagull. He also stole a $10 bill from my coworker. It's very rural, so we don't have animal rescues, and animal control just laughed when we called.
Right.
Any
Yeah.
advice is welcome, and yes, I am serious. He sucks, but I care about wildlife, and he's probably too young to be smoking.
How are you allowing it to be taking it out of your hands every time?
Have you ever been like swooped by a bird?
Listen,
Get swooped.
any smoker worth their salt knows to hold a cigarette when you want to like hide it like this in your hand. A bird can't get this. A bird can't get this. It's entirely in your hand. I don't know
That's
how
a
you can just
classic
allow like
Slav.
what are you holding it like the most European motherfucker in the world so far away from your body for a bird to come and get it from you every time?
Well, he is also smoking Virginia Slim 200s. They're this long.
200
Josh.
centimeters, the 200's for. You know what I mean? Like, how are you allowing it to happen? I feel like you kind of want it to happen.
I mean, it does make for a great story.
Yeah.
It does make for. You know what sucks is that you're getting picked on by a seagull, and then there's somebody else in the world that's
Thought it
making
was
a
a lot
cool
goal.
button. There's somebody else in the world that's training a crow to be their best friend.
Well, you know, there's that, like, is it seagulls or is it, there's like some like trash initiative to like train wild birds
To pick up
to
trash.
pick up trash and put it in a thing, and then it would deposit a treat for
That's
them.
got to be crows.
I think it was on beaches, so I think it might have been. Well, that would be beach gulls, not
Yeah.
seagulls. That'd be
Correct.
insane to call them seagulls in this instance.
Absolutely.
But what happened was the birds, because they're smart little deviant fuckers, would just go and steal items from people and go put it in there so they can get more food.
Smart.
So I wonder if it's something to do like that. Like, it's gaining something from stealing the cigarette.
Nicotine.
The rush of nicotine. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like smoking. This.
Well, it's not. If it's
If it's
ingesting
eating it,
you
yeah,
can
I guess.
still get.
Okay.
Get a single
burning
Pall
its
Mall
mouth.
menthol and give it that to him. Then he'll learn his lesson.
I just feel like it's so easy to not hand a cigarette to a bird every single time you go on a smoke break. But hey, if this is what you need to make you quit.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead
mean,
and quit.
that's a good quitting story, too. Like,
Do they make NA cigarettes? Like cigarettes without nicotine, but
That's a
just
great
that way you can
question.
look cool?
it's a great question.
That would
We
be
really
like
need to know.
NN.
Right. Yeah.
Non-nicotinous. Nicotinous.
No nicotine cigarettes.
NT, no tobacco.
Eh,
Shit.
What was that? Was that your impression of a lot goal?
Good one, Joshua.
Thank you.
No.
Button.
Anyway, story was from Nicole. Hi, Erica. You can use my name on the pod. Sorry for not saying it earlier because she also sent me Am I the asshole for being embarrassed of my girlfriend's cosplay? Remember that one?
Yeah,
yes.
Christian read it.
Nicole sent me that one.
Fuck you, Nicole.
She says, hope you're doing well, and I'm loving your pink hair era, or pink hera, if you will. She didn't. I did. I thought of that earlier when we were in the car, and I,
Oh,
I was thinking I should tell
Wait.
this to Josh.
Oh,
So you
no.
thought you thought that was such a good joke. You were gonna pin it on someone else, and then we were gonna guffaw
I
and
was
chuckle.
looking for the right moment to drop it in, and this landed in my lap.
Is Christian your Zeus if you're the pink Hera?
I don't even have my carrot.
That
Niche
wasn't even a
one,
bad
Joshua.
joke. That wasn't even a bad joke. It was a Greek mythology joke.
Niche one, Joshua.
Listen, I'm not saying that I would throw the carrot at you. I'm
You
just
already
saying
threw
it
one carrot
reminded
in this
me.
half.
Do we need to rip niche one Joshua? I like that one a lot, actually. We just need a soundboard with like 70 more buttons.
That's definitely what we need.
I don't want to get too off track. I'm pretty upset that not a single person commented about dog shirt / dog shit on the Stardust, Mercury Stardust episode. Not one person out there has my back on this YouTube creator.
Oh,
It's fucked.
somebody said like I remember
thank
watching
God.
the dude eating the Jason Seagull.
Thank God.
Or Jason Lotgoal.
Boo.
Picture-
Go on.
No, go read
what
your
do you
story.
mean?
No, read your
What is
story.
that? We're trying
button.
to-
Absolutely.
We're trying
the
to make
button.
little quips and gaffs over here while you're
This
looking.
one for sure. I lied. This one.
Oh my God! Back to Jason Seagull.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole
Yes.
for lying to my family and friends about who's the infertile one between my wife and I?
I saw this. Either somebody sent it to us or I saw it on Natural.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't read it.
This was
Okay.
sent to me by Celeste. Stumbled across this absolute horror of an Am I the Asshole post. It'll make you so mad. Enjoy.
I'm pissed.
Excuse me. My wife, 32 female, and I, 32 male, have been married for 7 years and have been having unprotected sex for 3 years trying to have a
Whoa,
baby.
showing off.
It has taken a toll on our marriage, and I admit that many times I have complained to family, friends, and coworkers about my wife's infertility.
That's kind of fucked up.
What I thought was my wife's infertility.
Yeah, even if it wasn't, to complain about it to your coworkers and like that's wild.
Maybe it's because we live in Utah, but whenever the idea of us being infertile came up, people just swarmed in giving my wife recommendations to fertility specialists. The talk was always, oh, my wife saw Dr. Whatever and we ended up having twins, or maybe your wife is just too stressed out. And I believed it because my wife contracted TB when she was 20 and volunteering in another country. TB, tuberculosis.
Another country, someplace other than the United States.
Some people don't know that TB is tuberculosis. Joshua is being helpful.
And some
I
people
was
don't know
thinking
that this writer was
tablespoon.
from the United States.
She's being helpful.
That was a really stinky burp, Christian.
When you don't know
Didn't
how to spell
appreciate
tuberculosis, it gets really confusing.
it. Go ahead and spell tuberculosis right now.
Well, whether it's
TUBERUCLOSIS.
Nope.
Either way, the joke was because it'd be TBSP, which is
Yeah.
tablespoon.
Anyway, her primary care, who she saw when she got back home, flippantly told her that TB could affect the genital area and prevent her body from housing a baby.
And tuberculosis is normally is it an upper respiratory infection? Or is it just a blood thing?
No, tuberculosis infects the lungs.
Right. When you like cough blood.
You can, yeah.
So it's just interesting that it also can affect the genital region.
I've only ever seen it portrayed in movie and media as coughing blood.
Right.
Anytime you cough and then you look at your hand and you got blood in your hand, you go, oh,
Yeah,
tuberculosis.
the Red Death, like the short
Doc
story.
Holliday.
Don't do a dainty excuse me. Sound like a goddamn 2-pack a day seagull right now.
What goal? Oh my god, that crazy carrot straw tried to kill me. Now I'm sweating.
Did you get transported into a murder mystery party? You heard us talk about tuberculosis and you're like, oh my lord. Mr. Mustard.
The vapors. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we finally find a doctor who straight up told us that there was nothing wrong with her fallopian tubes or her endometrium. She suggested I get tested to see that I'm not the problem.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, again, I've never tried to get pregnant. I feel like it's crazy to wait 3 years to do that.
They will not consider you as having fertility problems until it's been at least a year without any success.
I thought some people do it like before they start trying to get pregnant.
Fertility testing?
Yeah.
You can, especially if you're like of advanced maternal age or whatever. Like if you're over 35, they consider you advanced.
So then, other than that, it's like insurance won't cover it, or like doctors will just be like,
Probably
fuck you.
insurance, right?
A lot of insurances don't cover it.
So it's just doctors being like, ah. It's like trying to get a prostate exam when you're 20.
You're not
And they're just like,
coming
shut the
enough.
fuck up.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the verdict comes back that I am the one with a very low sperm count, which makes sense. She doesn't have sperm, so...
Probably drinks too much Mountain. Well, she has way lower sperm than he does.
True. That's a fair point.
He was probably drinking too much Mountain Dew.
Too much Mountain Dew. That'll do it to you.
I was so shocked and went to get another opinion, which told me the same thing. I felt so shaken, and because a lot of people knew about our struggles, they also knew we went to a doctor again. At a family and friends gathering, people started asking me about what we found out, and I just panicked and said that my wife's TB was likely the cause, but not 100% necessarily.
Punk ass.
What a piece of shit.
People saw that as my wife being the problem, and somebody even suggested I go through with divorcing her.
Whoa.
What the fuck? It's so insane to hear stories from rural.
It's Utah.
So that's why I said it like that earlier. Anyway, divorcing her since
That
I
is
was...
in Utah, Josh. I don't know why you're upset.
I'm upset because I was agreeing with Erica and then I got in trouble. Now you're in trouble. And now, Erica, you're in trouble, actually.
Doghouse. Doghouse. Doghouse.
Can you clip that into a button?
Do we need a doghouse button?
But I need it to be said the three times. Yeah.
Yeah, if you say it 3 times, it appears in the mirror. Because it's behind you and you're looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
It also appears in real life. But.
Okay, anyway. Let me get through this fucking story. Someone suggested that I go through with divorcing her since I was 32 and complaining about being childless, saying I could be a dad within a year since it was a short marriage. What I did not realize was that my mom and aunt would jump on that suggestion and start telling friends and their kids that I was getting a divorce.
Whoa.
And that this was my wife's fault because she shouldn't have been so reckless when she was young.
Wasn't it? I guess it just said traveling to another country. I guess in my mind it was like a Doctors Without Borders situation.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like a humanitarian thing.
It probably was. I mean, they're from Utah. They're probably
Mormons.
Yeah, and their
mission trip.
Yeah, which, you know what? Fuck you for going on a mission trip, actually.
Yeah, no, we're actually against you now.
What was worse was some people thought it wasn't even TB, but a bacterial genital disease. This all got back to my wife through a friend, and she's furious.
Sure.
She said that
Rightfully so.
She said that she could not believe I've been painting her as the problem when she wasn't even the problem. And that she was tired of the pitying or disproving looks she was getting in our small town, and that I needed to set the record straight, or at least tell everybody to shut up and that we're not divorcing. Honestly, though, you should.
Yeah, at this
he
point,
sucks.
at this point, true colors have been shown.
So am I the asshole? I panicked and I felt like I didn't completely lie because TB could be exacerbating our problem. But my mom...
It could be.
But my mom really screwed things up by making it malicious.
No. I mean, your mom's not innocent, but fuck you, man. You're too much of a coward to be like, I got low T and bad sperm, actually.
I just lied a little bit. It's my mom's fault.
And can we also backtrack to when they went to a specialist and they said there's nothing wrong with her genitals? Right. Well, her ability to host a child, like...
Yeah. I imagine it's only exacerbated by like the conservative mindset of like the only purpose or the main sole purpose of a woman is to have kids.
Exactly.
And if you cannot, then you are therefore not a woman. A la misogyny, transphobia, yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
And like so much value is put on that. And then when it's the man's fault, it's just, it's probably still her fault though. You should get a divorce. Mm-hmm. Insane.
She's just not the right person to come inside of.
Yeah, I know you like, love her, but just come inside a different person. Come on. Come inside someone else and make a baby.
Okay, now this one.
Okay, now this right here
is my pretty boy swag.
Pretty boy swag from Angie.
Is it a long one?
This is from r/.
Oh, you got to save that one for the back half.
It's kind of long.
It's really fucking long.
That's a back halfer, Erica.
Come on.
Take a drink of your freaking wine. You've been nursing
Well, if you cut off all of the fucking bullshit of you guys interrupting me.
No.
The zhuzh.
Fine, let me
We're adding a little zhuzh to this.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know, Josh.
Is it Yiddish?
I don't know.
Is that like the sauce that comes with beef? With Italian beef?
We were supposed to just quickly glance right past this.
You're going to drop zhuzh and then expect me not to call...
Yeah!
It's because she's pink hair and you're zhuzh. I get it now.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. What's going on in Erica's world over here?
I just found the... sorry, I get a lot of Instagram DMs.
I'm famous. I don't know if you know this.
Anyway, this one's from Catherine.
Is it very short?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for leaving my surprise wedding because I felt blindsided?
Surprise wedding?
That's fucked up.
Surprise wedding?
And now we cut to a break.
People are going to be so pissed. And here we are back on this side of the break. Erica, what's up with that circle church?
Oh, fuck. I forgot we do that.
You can read the story, Erica, of course.
It's fine.
Just make a decision.
Whatever.
You're the one doing it, is the thing.
You're in charge of this
You're in
show.
charge of it. So it's not a whatever. It's a you need to make a decision.
Am I the asshole for leaving my surprise wedding because I felt blindsided?
Surprise wedding?
That's fucked.
Last week, I, 30 female, was invited to a supposedly fancy party by my longtime boyfriend, Mark, 32. We had been dating for 5 years, and while we had discussed marriage before, there were no immediate plans for a wedding.
What was her age?
30.
Oh, okay.
Excited about the event, I dressed up in my best attire and arrived at the designated venue. As I entered the grand hall, I was completely taken aback to see all of our friends, family, and acquaintances gathered and eagerly waiting. Turns out Mark had orchestrated an elaborate surprise wedding for us without my knowledge. Everyone erupted into applause as I stood there, shocked and overwhelmed. I just felt a mix of emotions. Yeah. While I love Mark and had dreamed of our future together, the idea of getting married without any prior discussion or consent felt like a breach of trust.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane to drop it on you.
Is it a trust issue? Or is it like not respecting you as a person issue?
Okay.
So I pulled Mark aside and tried to express my concerns and reservations about the surprise wedding. I explained that I wanted to say in the planning process. to be part of the decision making and to have the chance to prepare mentally and emotionally for such a significant milestone in our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you have a good photographer.
Like, were they even engaged?
No.
That's kind of what I'm caught up on.
No.
However, Mark dismissed my concerns, saying that he thought it would be a romantic gesture and that I would be thrilled. In that moment, I faced a difficult choice. Go along with the surprise wedding, putting on a smile despite feeling unsettled, or stand up for my autonomy and my voice and voice my true feelings.
Okay.
Sorry.
Seems like an obvious decision here.
I ultimately made the decision not to proceed with the surprise wedding.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. Charlie.
Much to the disappointment and confusion of our guests. Now I find myself at odds with Mark and our families, even some of our friends who believe I overreacted and spoiled a beautiful moment. However, I firmly believe that a marriage should be a joint decision with open communication and shared expectations.
Fair.
Yeah.
Everyone's excuse for this is I have always talked about marrying Mark. And again, the problem isn't marrying him. The problem is not having any say in my wedding. Mark thought I'd appreciate it because I always spoke about how stressful planning a wedding must be. It really is.
Well, now she'll never fucking know, Mark.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's stressful. It is, but I'd like to still plan one. After this whole ordeal, everyone asked if Mark and I were ending things, in which I replied no. I emphasized towards them and Mark, I still wanted to marry him, and most feel like this is me making me more of an asshole, since I just wasted a perfectly fine wedding. So am I the asshole for refusing to attend my own surprise wedding, even though it was intended as a romantic gesture?
No.
Not at all. This is fucked
I'm
up.
caught up on when all of the guests were confused. What? Why is there confusion amongst guests?
Maybe they were like at the understanding that she was like down to get married.
Like they were just told, "Hey, we're getting married."
Yeah.
But don't say anything to her about it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I was kind of saying, like, were they even engaged? Like, you don't even know if she was truly like ready to be
Right.
married, and then you dropped the surprise wedding.
And what if she got tuberculosis? Then she's unmarriable anyway.
Yeah,
There's an edit.
I have tuberculosis.
I previously omitted this from my post because of subreddit's word count guidelines. I love surprises. It's a thing everyone has known about me. I love surprises. It's a thing everyone has known me to love. Got it. Mark, knowing that, the fact that I wanted to marry him and said wedding planning was stressful, thought a surprise wedding would be perfect.
You're giving them too much.
That's way too much benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
A surprise engagement is bland because it will always be a surprise, but not a wedding. LOL. He threw this wedding for the surprise, but explained how in a couple days we would go to a courthouse and make it legal.
The most romantic thing.
This was his only way to surprise me. I love spontaneity, but legal marriage or not, I wanted to say in my wedding. To choose the perfect date, to choose my bridesmaids, to pick out my cake. Again, due to these thoughts, everyone thinks I'm the asshole because I could have went along with the party and do a real legal wedding later. But again, I felt blindsided and confused. So
How
I
is
left.
nobody on your side?
It's pretty crazy to have nobody.
That's insane.
I can't believe that like nobody in her friends or family expressed to him like, "Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a big thing to make a surprise."
It's not a birthday party, man. It's a legally binding contract.
Yeah.
yeah.
That is wild.
Well, and like I said, it wouldn't technically be until they'd filed the paperwork.
But
which
still,
is
then you're
stupid,
then you're even if she put on the face to like do it and then had any reservations before they went to the courthouse, you're gonna feel like pressured to go to the courthouse.
Yeah.
Because you already did your wedding.
Held a wedding.
yeah.
That's so insane. That is wild.
I feel like because I was trying to read this and think about like how I would react if it were us, and I think that I would go through with it.
Wow.
I would feel so much pressure. I think I would like it personally because I don't know. I don't dislike surprises. I've never had any kind of surprise like that, or even I don't know. not
Christian's never impressed upon me something I didn't expect out of him. Actually,
Yeah.
even- That's
I'm
correct.
a man of my word.
Also correct. And I'm not like saying that you need to do that or anything, but I'm just saying like in
There's so
her
much
shoes,
pressure.
I think that I would have been for it,
You feel, yeah.
but I'm a different person. I don't know.
The fact she was like, I have these two paths, and on paper, it's so easy to be like, do the right one, just leave. But when you're in that situation,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh fuck, it's so much easier to just go through with it, and then
Yes.
and be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
We're not getting married. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That would piss me off so much to just like assume that like you knew everything was right is, I don't know. It just shows so much hubris, and like it feels like a lack of respect, and like
Oh, absolutely.
it feels like a lack of like, oh well, you like you're not gonna make it perfect, so I'll make it perfect for you. Almost, you know what I mean?
I don't think that was his intention though.
No, I don't think that was his intention. I think his intentions are pure. And him saying like, no, you like surprises, and you said it was stressful, and you already said we wanted to get married potentially, but
Right.
like, it just feels like it's strange. There's a reason why it's not done. It's strange. And
It's
odd.
definitely a risky move, that's for sure.
What I would say too is like with the engagement thing, like engagement shouldn't be totally a surprise.
Yeah.
Because you should at least have a baseline conversation of like, do you want to get married?
Yeah.
They had that conversation.
But she said specifically, like, engagements are bland because they're always a surprise. It's like, it shouldn't really be like that much of a surprise. You should, if engagement is a complete surprise, that should also be a red flag.
I kind of agree here.
Like if you're dating for like 2 weeks and you get proposed to, you're like, well, that's a surprise.
That's fair, yeah.
Do you think you'd rather me like spring an engagement on you without us ever talking about it?
I mean, the money too.
Well, no, but that's not that wasn't our situation.
I guess. I still don't. I personally would not like to have an engagement sprung on me.
Engagement and marriage.
Well, the marriage, big no. I'm just talking about step one here. He skipped step one and went to the surprise wedding, which was insane.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. It's giving me bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
The fact that nobody in your entire support system is even like, okay, let's say they were all fucking gaslit into being like, or they were all, no, everybody say gaslit. They all were under the same impression of like, no, she likes surprises. She doesn't like planning weddings. Perfect. As soon as you are expressing discomfort with it to anybody, somebody should have the social empathy to be like, oh, she didn't like this. Let me now just talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And be like, no, I understand where you're coming from.
The fact that she didn't immediately like walk down the aisle and be like, yes, we're doing this. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
The fact that she had to pull him aside and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like that should have been your sign as a guest to be like, oh, we should.
Let me tell you, if this worked though, what a home run.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm trying to say is I think it would have been a home run for me.
You really think so? I really disagree, Erica. As someone who knows you,
You don't think so?
I think you would have lost your shit.
For how much I love Christian and how long I waited for us to get married.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that part. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see you relenting control. You know what I mean?
Well, if it's already done.
I don't know.
Plus, I don't like
No
disappoint.
bachelorette party?
You know I would have fucked it up.
You could have it afterwards. It's the
Yeah.
same.
I mean, look, I'm the
not
least
same.
pro-marriage guy on this council. I still think it's fucking insane.
Yeah, I agree that it's not for everyone. I'm just saying, like, I understand where he's coming from.
This
And
is crazy.
personally, if it happened to me, I think I would have done it. I would have been like, yeah, let's fucking do this. This was great. Thanks. But then again, you don't ever know how you're truly going to react in a situation. So maybe I wouldn't have. I don't know. I've never been given a surprise before, so.
Christian?
This is fucked up. Why are we dragging me like this?
I'm not dragging you. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Surprises are something that I feel like feel really good on paper. And then it happens. And like, if that person isn't even, they could even have loved it on a different day, but this day they had a shit day. Or even not even a shit day, but they just like weren't in the mood to be talking to 50 people today. They
Yeah.
can go so south so fast.
Yep.
That's fair, yeah.
You definitely got to be in the mood to be surprised.
Yeah.
Before the surprise.
You want to know what I want Christian to do?
What's that?
I want him to
Tell me about that circle jerk.
Oh, I thought we were going to hit a break.
Surprise break, fuckers.
This is fucked. And welcome
You got
back.
some drinking to do, and so do you.
Excuse me? I'm halfway done.
I'm over halfway done.
We are literally the same amount of done.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Let's
girl.
compare.
Get down. Get down.
thinner bottle, Richard.
Oh, bullshit.
Look at how much taller.
bottle.
Look at how much taller.
Go fuck yourself, you stinking piece of shit.
Mine is as taller as yours than it is
As
the level.
taller,
Look how
huh?
fucking thick my bottle is. My
Okay.
bottle has
You have an
so
absolute-
much more.
Come on.
You have
You've
an
got a
absolute
thicker
choke.
bunt.
You have a choke.
Well, it has a bunt. My bunt isn't. I
You
don't think you guys have a.
Yeah, you got a huge ass.
I don't think you guys
That's
got
a bunt.
bunts. Yours wasn't carbonated. You
bunt
guys don't
chain
have.
Well, I
Actually.
got a freaking triple double over here. That's not even fucking
What's the
baseball.
milliliters we're all working
up.
with? Are we all working with 750? That feels like so much.
Yeah, I got 750.
750, yeah.
Oh,
Although,
mine says
again,
7,000.
Erica's is 10% alcohol. Mine's 8.5, and Christian's is 7.
But mine is so bubbly and carbonated.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's this time of the podcast. You already hit it once. We're hitting
Tell
it
me
again.
about that circle jerk.
Wonderful.
Tell me about that circle, George.
Anyway, Christian, take it away.
Am I trying to catch up, or am I reading the circle, George, for
You
this
push
week?
the button.
Oh
why
my
Why does anybody fucking listen to our
God.
podcast? Honestly, why do you
They
listen?
love this part. They all love this part. Well, most
Do
of them
you?
love this
Because
part.
I feel like
I love this part. When I'm editing, this is the most fun I
Yeah.
have, is when I'm going through this.
That's the thing, is I don't care how many people listen to our podcast, as long as we're having fun making it.
I'm going back
And
to
we
our-
make cash.
cheers to that, buddy.
We can't, legally.
We can't cheers. To
We
making
can't
money.
dink.
We can.
Oh, I'm
Like
going to be
Christian-
pretty upset if you dink.
You're gonna be upset if
I'm-
Josh thinks you wife.
You know, it's kind of hot if I sit in the corner and you dink my wife.
I'll dink myself.
I'm going back to our roots. And with
BuzzFeed quiz.
this,
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it not funny when I interrupt you?
It is funny. He's just.
It is funny.
He's playing into it.
I'm playing the character here.
No, it's only funny when I do that.
This is the funniest zodiac signs ranked by
Oh.
purewow.com.
The funniest.
Leo's number one.
No.
Drink to that,
No.
buddy.
Where do we all think
No.
we're sitting at on this chart?
Is it like 12 to 1?
Yeah.
I think Leo is going to be like an 8.
Okay.
I think. Is it men and women or just signs?
Just signs.
I think. What
Like
are
it
you?
would
Your
make a
Pisces?
difference.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
Cancer 3.
Wow, you're really giving
That's
yourself a
fucking
lot.
bold.
here.
Cancers are emotional, and everybody knows comedy comes from trauma. Hey, just see when I'm right. What do you think that's going to be?
I already said Leo's my number one.
And?
But that's a very Leo statement of me to make.
Where's Cancer
That's
and
why you're
Pisces
an eight.
at?
Pisces, fucking at the back. Cancer, even further back.
11 and 12.
This is
Yeah.
fucked.
11.
Erica's putting in the 13th sign just to push me down one more.
We'll read Alice Morales' little blurb here
What a
since I'm
name.
stealing their
Alice
shit.
Morales.
Miles' sister.
Everyone has the ability
Otherwise.
to be funny every once in a while. Every Jerry from accounting. Even Jerry from accounting. But we all know people for whom humor just seems to come naturally. These fun-loving, gregarious folks love to be the center of a good conversation, making everyone around them smile. Like any other personality trait, a person's ability to be funny can be heavily tied to their sign in the zodiac.
Sure.
Some signs are just naturally witty, while others are great storytellers. Some signs prefer to hang back and enjoy the laughs rather than dishing them out. And others prefer to share their jokes quietly in the corner. Or on a podcast, rather than out loud for the whole world to hear. Uh-oh, that's me. No matter what your style, everybody is bound to find a type of humor that clicks with them. But there are definitely some signs that tend to get the jokes more quickly than others.
Me. See, look at you're laughing right now.
Number
I'm a
12
natural.
on our list, Capricorn.
Okay.
Not funny. Don't have a single funny bone in their
What
body.
months are Capricorn?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we even know
That's
any?
December 22nd to January 19th.
All right. Who
It'd be
lies
my
in
mother. She's not funny. Mom, if you're listening,
Fuck.
that?
I stand by it.
Cameron? Luis?
Luis is a Capricorn. Not funny. Dude's not funny. I'm sorry, Luis.
I'm not.
Aquarius comes in at number 11. I just slipped by with that one.
Okay.
Which ones are that?
January 20th to February 18th.
Christian's on February 19th.
Do we know any of people in that range?
My dad.
Okay, your dad's not funny.
He likes to think he is.
Yeah.
Glenjamin, I'm on to you.
I mean, he's got many other traits that redeem him as a
Oh, of
person.
course.
Glenn is a funny guy. He just sits back and he's funny.
Yeah, which means he's not. Yeah,
He is pretty funny, but he does not make a lot of jokes.
he takes way less shots, but has a lot more dingers.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a rough one. Coming in number 10, Cancer.
Wow. Wow.
June 21st to July 22nd. Cancer is the queen of self-deprecating humor.
Queen. This is about women, so it doesn't count.
Which is hilarious for the people who know that who know they don't really mean it. But it can be uncomfortable for those who don't get the joke.
I hate when Zodiac shit comes in because it just perfectly that literally defines my sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's based in self-deprecation, but when people don't get the joke, they literally think I am the worst person alive.
Cancers also prefer to be blunt, to the point humor that can be a bit of an acquired taste for some,
This is insane.
but an absolute favorite for those who enjoy it.
I
Be sure to check in those around you to make sure they know you're joking, and you'll be dazzling them with your wit in no time.
hate this. I hate the Zodiac shit, man. That's so me.
That's so you.
That's crazy.
Number 9.
Am I a crystal mommy?
You're a crystal mommy now.
yes.
Number 9, Taurus. April 20th through May 20th.
Andy, our DM.
Oh, this sucks. Number 8, Pisces.
Okay.
Interested in
There's
a
no way
long...
Leo is this high. We cannot give Leos this much gratification.
Interested in a long-winded yet hilarious story? Fuck. A Pisces is here to oblige. Oblige?
Yeah.
Oblige.
Oblige.
Just like Mary J.
Oblige. Pisces love nothing more than to spin a yarn, but they can also sometimes lose their audience. Be sure to always be checking in with those around you to make sure that they didn't check out 10. So then I was like a goes, and you'll be the go-to storyteller at any group function.
Well, it's funny because my favorite, like, when someone's like, tell me a joke, is one of the most long-winded jokes.
Yeah.
Like, the bit about the joke is that it's like
it goes on
a
and
4-minute joke.
and then it's such a stupid
And then
punchline.
the punchline is very dry and straight to the point.
It's very Norm.
McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Very much my Circle Jerk from the Mercury Stardust episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's very good. Which I thought was hilarious. You got me on board, man.
Number 7, Virgo. This is fucked. Leo is so high. Number 6, Scorpio.
Wait, what's Virgo?
Virgo is August 23rd to September 22nd.
I don't know anybody in that.
Scorpio is October 22nd to November 21st. Number 5, Leo. Leos are natural performers who love being at the center of attention, and being funny helps them to do just that. They're that friend who loves to tell an outrageous story full of exaggeration for comedic effect.
This is insane.
That's
and they
correct.
have no problem acting out all the parts themselves, voices included.
Correct.
Do a voice.
Do a voice.
Damn. Wow. Where they'll run into problems is when their desire for the spotlight makes them take the humor overboard into showboaty or sometimes embarrassing territory.
Never.
But when they're on their A game, Leos are the funniest friend around.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I guess it's very funny that it's like Cancer and Pisces were like, you have your own sense of humor, and for people who get it. And Leo is just like,
Everybody loves you.
yeah. That's
You appeal to masses.
I mean, it works, right?
It does explain a lot about our podcast.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Aries. That's March 21st to April 19th. 3rd is Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. Number 2 is Libra, September 23rd to October 21st. And coming in number 1 place for funniest zodiac.
Hang on, let's see if I can figure it out. Oh, God, this is so hard for me.
Oh, no.
What letter does it start with?
Don't tell him.
I can't tell you that. It's the classic Sag Man.
My girlfriend!
November 22nd to December 21st.
My mom!
Wit and cleverness.
My ex-girlfriend!
come
My
very
other
easy to
ex-girlfriend!
Sags.
Taylor Swift!
making them hands down the funniest sign in the zodiac. Archers are famous for being able to find the humor in any situation. I don't know if that's true. And they tend to be that friend who has you rolling on the floor laughing seconds after they walk through the door. Sags are the perfect people to have with you in a crisis because they'll be the person who picks out the one funny thing about an awful situation and uses it to make you feel better. They're also fantastic storytellers, able to turn an ordinary day into some office-level comedy.
None of this is Aurora.
Basically, we all need at least one or several Sags in our friend group.
Aurora's very funny,
She is very funny.
but none of that applies to her.
I do agree.
But that might be the autism.
She's only funny because she's autistic. That's very
No,
ableist.
No,
of
I'm
you,
saying
Joshua.
none of that jives with like her autistic tendencies.
Do we believe in zodiac stuff?
Now I do.
Some like I was gonna find just our daily horoscopes, and they were so lame that I was like, I gotta find something better than just this because I was looking for a quick, easy circle jerk. And I was reading the daily ones, and it's like these are fucking lame. And then you find some like random ones, and you're like, okay, this makes a little too much sense. This one
That's
makes
what I'm
a
saying.
little too
Like,
much sense.
The science side of me is very much there's no way that shit's real. But then like when you read that shit and it's so very fitting,
Yeah,
like of course it's real.
I think
Yeah, it's not confirmation bias.
I think the big problem with
Definitely
me
not.
is the fact that it's like a month-long window, and it's like everybody in that month-long window doesn't have the same personality trait. If you gave me like
But a lot do.
there's like random days of the year and they fall into zodiacs, like it's like, hey, if you're born on a Wednesday, you're a Sag.
That's funny.
And then I'd be like, I believe it. Now I totally 100%
But that's the
believe
whole
it.
like when you have your whole birth chart, that's where it like
Right.
fits in, right?
Yeah.
When you add in because that's just the sun signs, you don't add in
We
the
should do
moons
that
and-
one day is do our whole birth
I'm
chart.
Well,
pretty sure-
I'm a triple water sign.
I'm double Pisces. I don't know
Yeah.
my third one.
I literally don't know what any of this means. We're gonna have to. That'll be another one.
We talked about it
I'm
when Rachel was here.
introspective and emotional. I'm a deep thinker. I live in a dream world.
Cancers I know are like, or whatever I was with all of it was like very emotional and like tuned into the world or some stupid shit. Like
Oh, so
that.
yours was wrong. Josh is a huge piece of shit.
I can kind of catch a vibe.
Carnival.
I'm an empath.
Maybe I'm coming for the ride. I don't have a listener sound.
I got the one that I can play that I showed you guys last time.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is a listener submitted sound that we got in our email because somebody typed into our email, judgiespod@gmail.com. And they said, hey, in the titles, listener submitted sound. Here you go. And this is from Creature Comfort.
In
The band?
Mail. G. Mail.
You guys ever heard of them?
Holiday Inn.
We've heard of Creature Comfort. They sent in mail one time, and that was to P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350.
And Erica has their sticker on her water bottle. And then she took it off.
No, it's still on there.
And it looks like the Waffle House logo. Hey, all, you can use my name on the pod. But it just, Jesse. I'm not sure if this has been done before, but I figured I'd attempt a little a cappella version of the intro song.
You love that.
A real gleeification.
Little pentatonics action.
I've been wanting to do this for a while, but just now got around to it. If you listen closely, you can hear my cat, Stevie, who walked in while I was recording. Couldn't do a second take. I'm still a huge fan of the pod, and it brings me joy every week, so thank you.
We're glad to hear
Hugs
that.
and pisses. Jesse. Spelt a fun way. I'll say that.
Really?
Yeah. You want to guess?
G.
No, not that fun.
Okay, well.
JEFFSSE, but the F's are silent.
Jessey.
Okay.
Just say. It's French for Jesse. All the throat singing.
That was wonderful.
Thank you, Jesse.
I loved that.
Very wonderful.
I like the panning.
Go check out Creature Comfort.
Oh, did it go from ear to ear?
Not really,
Felt
but
like
the
it
way
did.
they were doing it at the very beginning.
Should I read the listener submission from Lynn's? The one I read you?
I don't know. Was there a lot of personal drama in there? I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's the whole thing is personal drama, but like I personally know them. Or, which they're a listener. I'm just
Read
gonna
the
read
other.
it. No, I'm reading it.
Okay.
They said I could read them on the pod.
Okay. That was more. I didn't know if they gave you the permission to read, or if they're just like, I gotta drop this tea on you.
What is going
Oh, can you not be in the moment for 1 hour and a half?
Lynn's.
I'm gonna push the button.
Why the fuck can't I find it?
This is fucked.
Can I search my DMs? Yes, I can. Never mind, I don't need you.
You have multiple DMs.
Christian,
Which one?
post on Instagram once.
On my personal account?
Yeah.
No.
Or on the Judgies account. If we're trying
Yeah.
to get real angry right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't even post when we had a freaking guest on.
I was really busy that day. I am sorry.
Wow.
That is fucked. I really do apologize of that one.
It's fine.
You can use my name should you decide to use this. Thank you, Lynn's. Hey, Erica.
Is it
Hi.
Lynn's, like short for Lindsay, or Lins?
Short for Lindsay.
Okay.
I don't know if they still use Lindsay full.
But with a D is what I'm asking.
Yes. I know I previously reached out congratulating you on the success of your pod / the new baby and all other exciting changes in your life. Truly so proud of you. I know this person personally. This time I'm reaching out because I have a hell of a situation I'm trying to navigate and could use some sage wisdom. If anything, some humorous banter over the situation because I truly have no idea what to do.
Thank God. We really can't give sage wisdom. We can give banter. I won't say humorous.
About 4 years ago, I met my best friend. We'll call him M. Do we have an M name?
Max.
I was going to say Michelangelo. Did you guys see there's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie coming out?
Oh, no.
Does it look bad?
No, it's got like this really sick art style, and it's...
a la Spider-Man?
It's not the same, but it's like really... It's like in the same realm as that.
Okay.
And it's directed by Seth Rogen,
Okay.
Interesting.
and it does look very good.
We cannot play the drinking game, though, because I almost died the last time.
We were at Six Flags, More Flags, More Fun, and Aurora was wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirt that we tie-dyed. And we went to this gift shop, and the dude was just like, "Turtles in a half shell?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then we walked away, and he's like,
Turtle
"Oh, come on, you
power."
have to say the rest of the song." And I was like, "I don't know the rest of the song, man." And he's like, "But you're wearing the shirt." And I was like,
Poser.
"We don't know it."
Poser.
I said, like, we're posers. We don't know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then we saw the thing in the theaters, the preview for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And they say to, like, Splinter, I think Aurora swears they said, like, dad to him. And she's like, their dad's a rat. And I was like, you don't know who Splinter is? How do you
Okay.
not know who Splinter is?
I'm sorry, babe, but you can't wear that shirt.
About 4 years ago, I met my best friend. We will call him Max. Max and I became quick friends and gelled immediately in an effortless way. We have always laughed a lot, and our time together since the beginning has always been special, albeit platonic. Admittedly, I did have a crush on him when we first met.
Okay.
But he was in a serious relationship that I genuinely respected. Even if I hadn't liked his partner, I would never have encroached on someone's relationship, as I wouldn't want to start any relationship, platonic or otherwise, dishonestly.
Okay. Good
Time-
person.
Yeah. Time passed and we grew closer, and that crush faded, and we continued a lovely, fulfilling friendship. I was even the best man in his wedding, and his wife and I have an amazing trust and closeness as well, as she knows I have very honest and pure intentions when it comes to spending time with Max. I value that deeply. They got married October 1st, and I stood by that altar and cried like a damn baby, absolutely overwhelmed with joy to celebrate two of my favorite people spending the rest of their lives together. Here comes the messy part.
Uh-oh.
My birthday celebration was a couple days after the wedding, and my best friend Max obviously joined the celebration. It was a small get-together at the bar across the street from my house that led to a couple friends having drinks at my place after. While at the bar, my roommate took a very sexy Polaroid of me posing in my birthday outfit. Nothing crazy, but I am wearing a BDSM type choker, teddy lingerie with a fur coat over it.
What lingerie?
Teddy. It's like
Is this a brand?
No, it's like a nightgown,
Okay.
but
Like
it's
a
like
sexy
lingerie.
nightgown.
Fembot.
Yeah.
Yes. That's from
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. Right?
Yeah.
1 and
Okay.
2.
Just making sure because I'm not allowed.
Yeah. To have
So.
sexy thoughts, yeah.
Huh? Like I said, nothing crazy, but it was risque. When we got back to my place, I set the Polaroid down on my coffee table and turned around for what seemed like 2 seconds, and then the picture was gone.
I thought the kerfuffle was gonna. I've never said that word before.
That's fine.
I thought the kerfuffle was gonna come from like, that picture like just being there and him seeing it, but it's like they were wearing the outfit,
Yeah.
so they saw him in it.
Correct. When we got back to my place, that seemed like 2 seconds, and the picture was gone. I started looking around for it, asking if anybody took it. Nobody spoke up. I absolutely know I put it there, but sometimes I'm stoned and things happened. I start to hyperfixate on it because I really hate losing things, and it was the only photo I had of me out on my birthday. I ask again, still nobody fesses up.
Also, maybe it's just because we're millennials. There's not much things in this world hotter than a sexy Polaroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
Sure.
want that, even if
Yeah.
it's of you. You want
Yes.
a
That's true.
physical printed out Polaroid.
Correct.
Yes.
They took a picture of the Polaroid to have.
It's such a good picture.
It's a great picture. They sent it in. I'll show you after.
Thank fucking God! I was about to throw some fists.
I'm not going to share it with the internet because I don't know if they would appreciate that.
Oh, of course. But share it with me.
I will share it with you. Where are we? Flash forward 8 months. I'm having lunch with Max. We are going to pay, and he agrees to one bill, and I would just Venmo him. When he pulled out his card, out comes the Polaroid.
And how fat is your wallet? What the fuck?
My stomach dropped, and I got a lump in my throat.
His credit card is a fucking floppy disk. That's how wide it is.
He immediately read the vibe shift and casually said, "Oh yeah, this is that picture of you," and set it on the table.
I think I found that picture of you.
I had no idea what to say and was like, "Oh yeah, I remember this." I took a photo of it as to post on my social media or what have you, and honestly just left it on the table. I couldn't even bring myself to pick it up.
Wait, so they took the picture at that moment? Or they
Yes,
took the
I
picture
believe
when they
so.
took it originally? No, because they didn't have a picture of that night. So
Yeah.
when Max was showing the picture, they were like, I'll snap a pic.
Yep.
And then was like, I'm too awkward to take it because it's my picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I could tell it had been in his wallet for 8 months. I figured it would have just been left on the table since we were about to leave. Nope. He picked it up, put it back in his wallet.
Oh, safekeeping.
This would all have been good and fine had he taken it and admitted immediately, like, yeah, you're my best friend and this photo is dope. I put it in my wallet. But no, he stole it from me, lied, had the opportunity to just anonymously leave it somewhere in my house, but he didn't.
It would have been so easy.
He
Yeah.
kept it in his
Or
wallet
just
for 8
throw it
months.
away. Or just not keep it in your wallet.
Yeah.
There's so many better solutions.
I have no idea how to bring this up or address the multitude of issues I have with this. Stealing my creative property and gaslighting me is icky enough, but unilaterally putting me in a situation that could come off as deceptive to his wife is even more of a gut punch, especially because she recently shared with me that they have had a sexless relationship since even before they got married.
Oh, no.
And it's a growing issue that has created a lot of tension.
Max is obsessed with the they, them, ussy, and he can't get it.
Yeah.
I'm questioning so much, and I have no idea how to communicate this to him. I'm terrified to lose my best friend. Any advice is much appreciated. Thanks in advance. Sent the Polaroid for reference. I responded and said, woof. That is not an ideal situation at all. It's like now you can't even trust him. How devastating. I mean, obviously we are advocates for communication, but I don't know even how you even start that conversation.
Yeah.
And they responded with, and what if I say something and he confesses feelings? In what world is it okay to run off with the best man? I'm so lost.
Whoa.
They were best friends here.
I know, but are they even implying that they would at that point? Like, that's what I was woeing about. I was like, why would you even entertain that?
I don't feel that way, obviously, but I'm damned either way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
That's when they were like, "Oh, my creative property." I was like, "What?" And it's like, no, it's fucked that Max is putting you in this situation that
Yes.
you had no idea about, and now you have a ticking time bomb.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are so fucked either way.
That is the
Yeah.
problem. At some point, this is going to explode.
You ask Max back for the photo immediately, and say, "I want that photo back. I do not feel okay with you having that photo of me."
Yeah.
And then you'd ghost him. That's what I would do.
Oh, but that's not effective communication.
It's effective enough. Max can get the fucking. Hey, picture says 1,000 words.
But it's
That's enough
literally your
communication.
best friend.
Not anymore. You can't be friends with this person anymore.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt too. Like, you can't
Clearly, he didn't think it was a platonic relationship.
Yeah.
That's my issue with this, is that it was platonic up until that point.
Yeah,
And our listener did not know that.
right.
So it's a very one-sided
Yeah.
situation, and it's not okay.
He's getting to fucking jerk it to that picture, and Lynn's is left with nothing.
I mean, we don't know.
Oh, come
that,
on, come on.
But probably. Oh,
It's in the same slot as his credit card. It'd be one thing if it was in the slot behind the credit card. Oh yeah, great picture.
It's
Yeah.
a really cool picture.
very cool picture. This, first of all, our listener is very cool. Has always been the coolest person.
Were you friends with them, and then like you drifted apart, and now that you have a podcast, they're like, "Hey, what's up?" Or were you always kind of on off?
That
This is
kind
all
of-
got to be cut.
Fuck.
Sorry.
You weren't super close when you were young.
We weren't super close. We knew each other, but we were definitely in just like different scenes.
Gotcha.
But still very, very cool person. Always has been. I obviously always will be. But yeah, I feel so bad.
Yeah, that's such a shitty situation
That
that literally you
sucks.
did nothing wrong about.
No.
Yes.
And now you are inserted into I think you have to ask for the picture back and say, "I feel very betrayed that you took that."
Yeah.
Knowing that I was looking for it.
Yeah.
Yes,
When
that's
I
the worst
specifically
part,
asked
like-
multiple times, and you had the opportunity to be like, "Oh, here it is,"
It's so easy.
or even like they said, to just put it anonymously somewhere in their house and make them gaslight them into thinking they forgot it somewhere. Or
Even that's
lost
Be
bad.
a fucking creep and take a picture of it and then rehide it in their
Yeah.
house. I don't know. Like
It's so easy. The fact
it's so
that
crazy.
it slipped out when you're using something as common as your credit card is such a.
How did your spouse not find it in your
Yeah.
wallet for 8 months?
I mean, I don't know if Aurora's ever gone through my wallet.
But if it's easy enough to fall out paying for something,
Yeah.
like
That I feel like, how has Aurora never gone through your
you're
wallet?
digging through my wallet.
She's not nosy.
First of all, I will not deny that I am nosy. I am a very nosy person. However, I have never dug through your wallet without your explicit permission.
Yeah.
I will always say, "Hey,
Yeah.
do you have XYZ for whatever situation we have?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go in your wallet just to go in your wallet.
Good.
Oh,
There's a
thank
lot of
God.
Polaroids. in
There's
there.
so many
of
Polaroids.
Me, actually.
Really cool.
Really
Polaroids.
sexy ones. I agree though. It's like if it's in his credit card sleeve, unless he doesn't store it there and he had it out for whatever reason before that and just happened to slip it into that one.
It fell out of his Ridge wallet. This week's sponsor.
I wonder if maybe Max was trying to do a power play of like,
Okay.
oops, I dropped that sexy picture of you. What are we gonna do about this?
Okay. Yuck.
That's bad.
Yeah, I don't think Max is a very good person at this point. So this is what I mean. Like this is a friendship defining like incident where you unfortunately have been put into a spot to where you need to make a call on whether or not you're going to continue this, and I don't think you should.
Yeah.
Would you have said something in the moment?
Probably. I've probably been like, dude, what the fuck? You knew I was looking for that. Like if I lost something and then Christian is just here and has it, I'd be like, what the hell? Was this a prank?
You pranking me, dog?
Yeah, but like obviously I wouldn't be friends with somebody. Like I don't mean to say that as in like you're a bad judgy character, but I just mean like if somebody did that, I would no longer be friends with them anymore.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I think that I am such a people pleaser that I would have done the same thing that they did in the
You would
moment.
have got married to him.
No.
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh yeah, I would have done the exact same thing. Like, oh haha, yeah, I
think
totally
what-
forgot about that.
I think what they did is a perfectly valid, understandable response.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now, unfortunately, you need to go and clean shut up and be like, give me.
so hard. Though.
Hey, you can even play it off and be like, oh, hey, I want to show somebody else that picture. Can I have it for the weekend?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
You can have it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then we'll swap Saturdays.
Joint custody of
And
it.
then never give it back and just be like, oh, I keep forgetting it in my other wallet. Ugh. And you can't be
Yeah.
friends with this person.
I don't know how your friendship could continue after this. Like
If he hit you with a what the fuck, where did that come from? And you believed him, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Prefer to be like, oh yeah, it's that picture I've had of you for 6 years.
8 months.
8 months.
It would be different
Same
though if
difference.
it was like a couple of weeks afterwards and then being like, how the fuck did that get in here?
Yeah.
That would be one thing. But 8 months?
Yeah. And maybe he drunkenly took it. But for 8 months,
Yeah, 8 months is...
it's way past the statute of limitations on it being creepy.
Yeah.
It's so creepy and weird.
Yeah.
To the max.
Boo.
One more story, Erica. It's going to be so long. Christian, this is such a long episode, bud.
This is 3 in a row.
The episode that I'm releasing on Monday is an hour and 20 minutes.
That's 4 in a row then. We keep hitting an hour and 20. What is going on with us?
We'll just move to 2 episodes a week, but they're both going to be 40 minutes each.
Stupid seagull problem.
We're gonna McDonald's menu our content
Okay.
creation.
Okay, so I need who's this person?
It was a super long one.
Angie.
So long.
The list?
Angie's list.
Otherwise...
Yeah. Angie sends me a lot.
Angie. My mom?
The heck?
No.
Does she go by Angie?
Other people call her Angie.
Weird.
I know her as mom.
Fair.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that on the way over here. Like, do you think that Olsen's gonna think my name is Rick? Because he doesn't, like, nobody that he's around calls me anything but Rick or Ricky.
Maybe.
Like, even my
I
mom
could
has started calling me Ricky.
I could see in preschool and kindergarten them being like, what's your parents' names? And then you hit them with a Christian and Rick, and they're like, oh my God, it's a woke child. What the hell?
Except for then it's
What
going to turn
the
around and be
hell?
like, it's Rick and Babe, because that's all I call him is Babe.
Hey, when you are one, that's what happens.
This for sure.
Am I not a babe, Josh?
Oh, you're a total Babe.
Thank
Total
you.
babe. She
Thank
calls him
you.
like she sees him.
Yeah. This one is for sure a new subreddit.
Whoop.
Just no mother-in-law.
Whoop.
Just no.
Like, just no.
That's a really bad name for
Yeah.
a subreddit.
Mother-in-law is
We
arrested.
didn't make it, Josh. Okay, so don't be flaming us over here for the bad name.
One post from you / Babe and Rick.
Mother-in-law is arrested. This time by me,
Oh, no.
it's a cop.
Unless it's a citizen's arrest.
Okay.
which also, the fuck?
I've been citizens arrested by a firefighter, technically, and fuck that guy.
How have we never heard this story? And by we, I mean me.
I was doing donuts in a parking lot as I was leaving.
That's
The
hot.
fire police or the fire chief blocked the exit and then parked there until the cops came in. And
Why didn't you just go out the other exit?
because I was 16, I don't know.
There's one time I wasn't trying to be a fucker, but I was like I was working snow removal, and I was in my friend's
Bottle broken?
insane.
What's going on?
It's empty.
I was in my friend's truck, and he was in his other friend's truck, and they were driving ahead of me, and they turned into a cemetery to go do donuts in, and I was in a 2-wheel drive truck,
Okay.
and I followed them in there, and it was a real heavy snow, and they went so much faster, and I lost them in a cemetery,
Okay.
and I ended up getting stuck, and a cop followed me in there because
He knew what was going on.
yeah. And so then I got stuck and I was like, fuck. It was Jake, friend of the pod's dad, who I didn't really know that well at the time. And I was like, hey, I was like trying to get unstuck for like 5 minutes. And he was just behind me. And I got out of the truck and I was like, I'm stuck. I don't know what I'm doing. I followed somebody else in here. And he's like, okay, well, try pointing your wheels straight. And I was like, thanks. And then I got out. But he forever from that moment hated me.
Really?
he thought I
Oh,
was-
he doesn't hate you.
He doesn't like me. He calls me his stoner friend because I had long hair, even though I've smoked weed like 4 times.
This coming from our dare officer.
Yeah. Well, he didn't like me. It's just so funny because I was just like, I'm innocent.
He's such a good guy.
I'm in it.
I mean, a cab, obviously, but he's retired, so he doesn't count.
It was just like, I'm so sorry. I'm stuck. I'm innocent. I wasn't doing anything.
Oh, I can't pull into a cemetery?
On a day when there's 14 inches of snow, I'm paying my respects.
All right, so trigger warning, violence and homophobia.
I'm about to get some violence on people who are being homophobic. How about that?
Hell yeah. Literally, the other night, I said this in the bonus episode, I got lunch or dinner with my grandma the other night, and she said something rude. I don't even remember.
Did you say this in the bonus episode?
Didn't I?
No.
Because you just got dinner last night, didn't you? You did.
I did. Anyway, she said something. I don't even remember how we got on the topic, but I said, "Oh, they were being homophobic." And she's like, "Is that a bad thing?" And I was like, "Well, it's homophobia, so yeah, it's bad." And
That's
she's
pretty.
like, "Oh, okay."
I was, I won't say what old person I was around, but I was around an old person, and they were like talking about a desk, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this desk, it's beautiful. It's at my house. It was owned by so-and-so," and then looked to someone, and they were gay. And then came back and started talking about the desk as if they needed to tell us
Beautiful desk.
that this woman was gay who owned this desk. It's like, it was so fucking funny. Just for an old person. And they were so lesbian. Anyway, great hips
Yeah.
on this desk.
The fact that she I don't know if she didn't understand what I said at first, but the fact that I had to explain to her that homophobia is bad
Yeah.
just really irritated me.
Come on, grandmas. Do better.
Come on, Graham.
So anyway, yesterday I came in for my shift in the morning without thinking about my mother-in-law at all. I got changed and had a cup of coffee, looked who I was going to be paired with, and then when my partner and I walked out of the police station to go to the patrol car, I saw my mother-in-law. She had kind of come up to me, not close enough for a conversation, but close enough that I could still hear her. She started to say something about my boyfriend and the money that she needs. I saw her, but I totally ignored her. I just walked past her without saying a word and went straight to the patrol car to start my shift. The fact that I ignored her annoyed her pretty badly, I guess. She stepped back a bit, waited till we got in the car, and just before we turned on the engine and started to drive, she grabbed a rock from a nearby flower bed and threw it at the windshield of our car.
Whoa.
Sucks that I'm on the mother-in-law's side right now.
Yeah, I mean, fuck the cops.
The windows of our patrol cars are quite durable, fortunately. It cracked but didn't shatter, and I didn't end up with a face full of glass.
For you to be like, our windshields are so durable, and then for me to have the expected outcome of a rock being thrown at a windshield happen is not good evidence that your windshields are durable. They're designed to crack
Yeah.
like that.
I wasn't driving. My partner was. And it was obvious that she aimed her throw right at the passenger seat where I was at. Then she probably realized doing that to a police car in front of two police officers in front of a police station wasn't the smartest thing to do. She turned around and took off running.
Classic.
I got out and ran after her. The pursuit wasn't very long. She only made it to the park that's not far from the police station when I caught her. And that's when she started to make the biggest scene ever. Mother-in-law had no intention of calmly letting me put handcuffs on her. Instead, she dropped to the ground and started to yell for help. Mind you, it was an early morning, but there were already quite a lot of people in the park. Some were walking their dogs, some jogging, some were just walking through to get wherever they needed. That was not necessary. She was yelling at me at the top of her lungs.
That's a lot of things that police officers do.
She was yelling at the top of her lungs, "People, good people, help me! I'm being abused! Call the police! This is not a real police officer! He's trying to kidnap me!" And things like this.
Oh, wow.
She was yelling for help so loudly that everyone in the park stopped whatever they were doing and looked at us. There was not a single person that wasn't looking at us. You might think I'm a man and she's a woman, so I should be able to hold her down, but it's really not that simple. She was hitting and scratching and biting. She was spitting at me.
You might be misogynistic and assume every man is stronger than every woman ever, but it actually isn't like that.
Also, during the struggle, she kicked me several times, quite hard and painful.
It's crazy that people have died for less than this right now.
Oh, yeah. If
For real.
If he didn't know her and she was not white, I assume.
Honestly, at this point, I had all of the rights to tase her, but I didn't.
He would have tased her if he didn't know her.
Uh-huh. My partner came with the car. He helped me, and together we managed to handcuff her. The next problem was getting her into the patrol car. Our patrol cars are like vans. The back door opens, and there's like a cage with a bench where you can put the person in. And mother-in-law wasn't going to get in there without a fight. Even with her hands cuffed, she was kicking the door, spreading her legs very wide so we couldn't get her in. And when we got her in, she was putting her feet in the doorway so we couldn't close the door. While she was doing all of this, she never stopped to yell that we were breaking her bones, that we have no right to treat her like this, that this is against the law, and still asking people to call the real police.
She's a what's that called? Like a constitution, like the people who are like, I know my rights.
A sovereign citizen.
Yeah, sovereign citizen.
I'll tell you about that. We have a local one of those that just had their trial.
We can't talk about this episode.
It's so doxy.
During my whole career,
No, because we're at an hour and 25.
We're at hour 30 on the cams.
During my whole career as a cop, I had never had an arrest like this. I have arrested many drunk people, many aggressive people, many weird people, but this right here was the stupidest thing ever. We took her to the police station, and if we had troubles getting her in the car, now she didn't want to get out. She held on to the bars, and we literally had to grab and pull her out. Once inside, mother-in-law immediately demanded to see the captain. She wasn't like they're on a fucking boat. She wasn't listening when we tried to explain that the captain wasn't going to. I know that captains are also of a police force. Josh, I was trying to be silly, funny, goofy. Okay.
He didn't have a silly, funny, goofy tone.
I know, because I think this whole story is stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Where's Gilligan at, fuckers?
He absolutely was not the captain. Was he?
No.
He was the skipper.
Thank you. No, wait, no. He was Gilligan.
He was the owner of the aisle.
Right.
Nepo baby.
Wanted to see the captain. She wasn't listening. We tried to explain that the captain isn't going to do anything with her and shouldn't be bothered with this. She insisted that she has rights to see someone superior, and technically she's right. So we went to get a captain for her who recognized her from the last time and wasn't too happy to see her. Mother-in-law said that she wants to complain about this officer while pointing at me. She said that I abused my power, used way too much strength on her, and didn't even care that she's a fragile woman.
It really sucks that we're on her side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I twisted her hands and brutally pushed her into the car. The captain asked to see my body camera. This is one of the reasons why we use cameras all the time.
Oh, shit, it's off.
If the suspect says one thing, the officer says something different, then you can watch the recording, see what actually happened.
Yeah.
So the captain played the recording for all of us present, and he asked mother-in-law, "What's this, ma'am?" And she was clearly ignoring my orders on camera. Mother-in-law says, "This is me fighting for my life. It's survival instinct. I thought he would take the gun and shoot me right in the head," which...
Valid fear?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why cops shouldn't be armed. Interesting.
This captain was like, "No, ma'am, this is you resisting arrest. If an officer is giving you a lawful order, you're supposed to listen. And if you don't listen, the officer has the rights to use certain amount of force to detain you."
You don't have the rights to have any amount of force back, though.
Yeah.
Mother-in-law then said, "I take no orders from F-slurs."
Whoa, okay, now we're on the guy's side again.
Fuck.
Okay.
This was excellent propaganda.
She was charged with vandalism, fleeing from the police, resisting arrest, and assaulting an officer. And just as she was going to be taken to jail, mother-in-law suddenly started to complain that she's not feeling well. Said her heart hurts and she's dizzy and her blood pressure was too high and she wanted an ambulance. Everyone realized that she's faking it, but just to be sure that we're not mistaking and she doesn't die, when arriving at the jail, we called an ambulance. Medics came in and examined her just like we thought she was fine. Her heart rate was normal. Blood pressure was normal. She had no need to be hospitalized. I was just thinking, what do you think would have happened, mother-in-law? The charges don't just disappear because the person was taken to a hospital.
Well, she can outrun a nurse better. She can outrun a cop.
She probably didn't know that even if she was hospitalized, an officer would have gone there with her and stayed with her the entire time. And as soon as she was okay again, she would have been transported to jail anyway. The ambulance left, and even though our captain is very calm and composed at this point, he seemed very irritated, and he was like, "Ma'am, is this circus over, or are you going to give us more nonsense?" Mother-in-law then asked him if he was going to punish me, and he answered no. He's not going to punish an officer simply because I was doing my job. Mother-in-law looked straight at him and went, "Are you gay too?"
I also wouldn't have punished him if he wasn't doing his job. Can we set that clear?
Yeah.
No officer is getting punished in any scenario.
I froze. I couldn't believe that she really just asked that to a captain. I know he's not gay, but this probably was the most inappropriate thing she could have done. He knows that I'm gay because I was forced to come out to him when mother-in-law tried to cause troubles for me the first time. He ordered her to be taken to jail immediately, and even then, she still had the audacity to speak. She insisted on having a phone call so that she could call her son and he could pay her bail. I'm not sure why she thinks my boyfriend is going to bail her out this time when he didn't do it last time. I called him first and I told him that his mother is arrested, and he seemed quite delighted as he is also tired of her. The captain offered my boyfriend to come to the gas station. Not the gas station, I'm so sorry. To the station and see the recording if he wants, but we really don't want to show ourselves as a gay couple more than absolutely necessary.
Must be a small town.
Mother-in-law did call my boyfriend and he refused to bail her out, so she'll have to stay in the cell till her trial. Since she already has a record, I'll be surprised if she's not given jail time.
What was she there? Is that the end of it?
Yeah,
What was she there originally for?
it doesn't say.
She was on the phone with somebody and like trying to get his attention, kind of. It sounded
Yeah.
like.
I guess like, I don't know. My cop hatred is overflowing here, but like, she throws a rock at your car, you chase, and she's running. Just let her go. You know what I mean?
That's not
Like,
how that's gonna work.
the
but-
city's gonna pay for the fucking car anyway. Like,
well, now they gotta rack up the bills because
Yeah.
now they have to get her,
right.
try to get money from her. She's not gonna.
I'm
give
just
that
talking about
money.
we need police reform.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Like in a world, that person is realistically not actually threatening anybody. Just let them get out of here.
Honestly, I feel like you could cut the whole story. It wasn't as good as I remembered it.
I loved it. I thought it was very good.
Oh,
It had us all angry.
I love cops being shat on, and I feel like that was the majority of it. And then we got a nice little twist.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the twist of having double villain.
I forgot about the trigger warning homophobia.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you pulled out the homophobia, I was like, ah. I guess I thought maybe the
I
cops
wish somebody
were
would
gonna
have
be-
given me a trigger warning.
Yeah, they must live in like a small town or an area where it's like,
Yeah.
bad to be out or whatever. And
I
obviously,
think it was posted 3 years ago. Let me look.
yeah, and even 3 years with,
well,
Yeah,
you
it was
know what?
posted
It's
3 years ago.
gonna be into sending us emails. Erica, where can they send us emails?
You can send us your stories, your listener submissions, or your listener submitted sounds to judgiespod, Judgies, pod, Pod, at gmail.com, gmail.com. And if you would like to send us if you'd like to send us mail, you can do that at P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350. If you'd like to follow us on our social media platforms, it is at Judgiespod, Judgiespod, on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Patreon, TikTok, probably some other stuff. We are on Letterboxd, but that's Judgies_pod because somebody fucked up.
I went into there and I was like, maybe I'll change it. It's $20 to change it.
What?
You have to sign up for like
you have
the
to become
yearly.
a premium member.
And I was like, oh, it's not worth it.
I should have done it earlier. It used to be $15.
Fuck, inflation.
Inflation.
Insane.
I need
1, 2,
closing words.
Yeah, dude.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I still got it.
I don't
Fucking
think we
play it
got
back. I still got it.
I don't think you did.
Hey,
I
we
kissed the same
got
time
it.
Christian did.
And
And you're
I didn't
just
get it. Judges love you.
Hugs and pisses. Have a great week.
Good night.
I hope that wasn't a terrible episode.